All right, still watching the newsroom right here on ET Now. The spotlight is on the general insurance space. SBI General Insurance has come out with a very strong and healthy numbers. Mr. PC Kandpal, CEO and MD of the company, is joining us right now to discuss what has gone into it in terms of efforts to be coming out with this kind of number. Mr. Kandpal, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Now, I was just looking at the details of your numbers. Not only are the immediate number, the top line, the profitability, healthy growth, but even the internals, the segmental growth has been phenomenal. If I take a step back and see at a time the year which has been pretty negative overall, the space has actually degrown and you have managed to come out with a strong growth. How did you manage that, navigating this kind of environment?
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me here. So let me talk a little bit about company. So we are now 11 years in existence. And for past 4 years, we had been showing consistent growth and continuing that. Initially, during 2021, when the COVID struck, we also faced the similar challenges which other industry players or other industries were facing. But fortunately, due to our readiness for digital, certain things were taken care of, and we grew, though not by this percentage, but at least in double digit in the first quarter as well. Second quarter onwards, we saw a renewed focus on health insurance, and where we grew by 66% during the year. So we had support from not only our products distribution, but in terms of regulator also had come out with standard products. COVID necessitated the protection requirement for covering the health insurance. Motor, we had good growth. We posted around 37% growth in motor. So that was possible because of our increased tie-ups across the manufacturers. We wrote very good book on fire, so property which gets closed mostly in the month of April itself. So last year by March 20, we had put a very good portfolio which was gradually recorded in the system in the first quarter. Crop, while other insurance industries were withdrawing, we continued there. Rather, we grew by 27% in crop business as well. So overall, we had seen a good growth on the top line. Our focus had been on value creation. So be it health insurance or be it a property or motor. So we saw that not only we reach out to them for getting themselves insured with us, but we settle their claims very fast. Major support comes from our distribution pan-India. So we are supported by a lot of banker partners and OEM partners. SBI itself gives us reach to every nook and corner. Apart from this, we could enter into tie-up with 2-3 more banks which has got wide reach across locations. We tried to leverage on the CSP model and the CSCs which are there. So rural and semi-urban had been our forte during the year. So most of the growth came from these areas. Some of the white spaces also we tried to explore, where the results will start coming in next 2-3 years.
Right. Mr. Kandpal, clearly the strength of your distribution is clearly visible in your numbers. If you could talk to us about, besides health, what are the other areas which are giving growth to the company? SME lines is one area. Motor was very strong. Auto, of course, health showed the biggest jump. In terms of growth mix going forward, how do you see it shape up in the next 12 to 14 months?
So mostly we focus on balanced growth because focusing on one area runs the risk of concentration. So that's why if you could look at our numbers, though in health we showed 66% growth, in motor, fire and crop, we had 25% plus, and also in SME. So going forward also our approach will remain same. India is under-penetrated, no less than 1% of GDP, and where we are talking about increasing the GDP, the large share is still available. The biggest issue about general insurance is awareness. So if you look at the COVID situation necessitated for purchase of protection by others, similarly, government is also very particular now about increasing the health insurance awareness as well as creating health infrastructure. So that will give a boost to the health portfolio. Similarly, for crop insurance, government is again very serious about that more and more farmers join this crop insurance, whether it is a weather-based or a crop cutting experience-based. So these two are there. Motor vehicle purchases, of course, are now has become little volatile because of COVID situation on overall economy. But going forward, we will see some uptick in that area as well. Property insurance this year also, there are many other factors because of which the industry could increase the overall portfolio. But there is increased participation in property insurance, barring few pockets where SMEs who have suffered, they are trying to postpone their purchase of insurance. So these 3-4 areas will remain our focus. Apart from this, home insurance will again be our focus. So we say health, home, SME is our main focus area. Plus, going for distribution in rural and semi-urban, where we have to understand their risks and create products which are simple and affordable for them. That is our major focus area in going next 3 years.
Right. Mr. Kandpal, see, right now the environment is about COVID and businesses, citizens, all of us are getting hit because of that. What proactive steps are you taking at SBI General Insurance to settle claims faster, to ease the, any kind of hassle for your clients, etc.?
So SBI General had always been at the forefront during these occasions, whether it is a NatCat event, natural calamity event, or such kind of pandemic issues. Since we say that our purpose of existence is for meeting the claims or settling the claims fast. So since last year itself, we had been settling it within 1 hour, all claims, and the admission, so 30 minutes. So we set up a task force last year, March itself, April, when we saw the increased number of COVID cases coming and the families struggling to admit their nearest dears in hospital. So we increased our tie-up with hospitals, plus ensured that all admissions process gets over in 30 minutes wherever we have to keep the approval for cashless. And when the patient gets discharged, so immediately within 1 hour, the claim should get settled. Now it has become an industry norm because lately High Court, one of the High Court has given directive that all these claims should be settled fast. The anxiety which the patients are running should not be increased by asking for more and more things. Rather, we settle claims based on the digital papers also. So we are standing by our logo, which says that we provide Suraksha and Bharosa Donu. And you will be happy to note that our Net Promoter Score, which is the measure of how our customers are happy, has been 78 in case of health vertical.
Right. Mr. Kandpal, very quickly running out of time, but you spoke briefly about digital, but I understand that's a very big area of your focus to advance systems in digital so that customer can be dealt with very swiftly and smoothly, and rural penetration as well. If you could share some color on that and the target for the company which is set for the next 2 years.
So digital is now the way of doing business, any business, whether you have to think every process from the digital point of view, right from sourcing or taking the premium to servicing the customer to settling the claim. everything needs to go digital. So we are rethinking our all processes in that manner. We have set up a digital vertical separately. Rather, we have set up 3 verticals which are the futuristic. One is the digital, other one is the health vertical, because going forward, there will be major demand for health insurance. And third is rural vertical, because rural and semi-urban areas need different kind of product and process. So these 3 verticals, and all 3 will be working on digital acquisition to digital settlement, servicing, premium taking, their complaint settlement, and including the claim settlement, everything will happen digitally. So we have set up that by end of 2022, these 3 standalone verticals will be standing of its own in our company.
Right. All right, Mr. Kandpal, we'll let you go on that one. Thanks so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on the great number and the way you're steering the company ahead. That was SBI.